Make yourselves sheep, and the wolves will eat you. If everyone is thinking alike, then no one is thinking. When you get into a tight place and everything goes against you, till it seems as though you could not hold on a minute longer, never give up then, for that is just the place and time that the tide will turn. When you're down to nothing, God is up to something. The faithful see the invisible, believe the incredible, and then receive the impossible. We are all born ignorant, but one must work hard to remain stupid. Tricks and treachery are the practice of fools that don't have brains enough to be honest. Security without liberty is called prison. Life's tragedy is that we get old too soon and wise too late. Little minds think and talk about people. Average minds think and talk about things and actions. Great minds think and talk about ideas. The only thing that is more expensive than an education is ignorance. Only a virtuous people are capable of freedom. As nations become corrupt and vicious, they have more need of masters. For every minute spent in organizing, an hour is earned. Remember, not only to say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still to leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. Genius is the ability to hold one's vision steady until it becomes a reality. Instead of cursing the darkness, light a candle. The U.S. Constitution doesn't guarantee happiness, only the pursuit of it. You have to catch up with it yourself. If you do tomorrow what you did today, you will get tomorrow what you got today. Freedom is not a gift bestowed upon us by other men, but a right that belongs to us by the laws of God and nature. There are two ways to increase your wealth: increase your means or decrease your wants. The best is to do both at the same time. I think the best way of doing good to the poor is not making them easy in poverty, but leading or driving them out of it. Change is the only constant in life. One's ability to adapt to those changes will determine your success in life. The problem with doing nothing is not knowing when you're finished. Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do. I never knew a man who was good at making excuses, who was good at anything else. Never ruin an apology with an excuse. Be not afraid of growing too slowly, be afraid of standing still. Forget your mistakes, but remember what they taught you. How do you become better tomorrow? By becoming better today. Common sense is something that everyone needs, few have, and none think they lack. Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. In free governments, the rulers are the servants, and the people their superiors and sovereigns. Being ignorant is not so much a shame as it is being unwilling to learn. The best of all medicines is resting and fasting. Two passions have powerful influence on the affairs of men, the love of power and the love of money. Those who beat their swords into plowshares usually end up plowing for those who kept their swords. Common sense without education is better than education without common sense. Justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are. All highly competent people continually search for ways to keep learning, growing, and improving. They do that by asking why. After all, the person who knows how will always have a job, but the person who knows why will always be the boss. Take the money in your wallet and invest it in your mind, and in return, your mind will fill up your wallet. Fear God, and your enemies will fear you. Well done is better than well said. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. The man who does things makes mistakes, but he doesn't make the biggest mistake of all, doing nothing. A nation of well-informed men who have been taught to know and prize the rights of which God has given them cannot be enslaved. It is in the region of ignorance that tyranny begins. I have lived, sir, a long time, and the longer I live, the more convincing proofs I see of this truth, that God governs in all the affairs of men. Doing your best means never stop trying. The world is run by the people who show up. Most men die from the neck up at age 25 because they stop dreaming. How few there are who have courage enough to own their faults, or resolution enough to mend them. Either write something worth reading, or do something worth writing. To find out a girl's faults, praise her to her girlfriends. If better is possible, good is not enough. The best tranquilizer is a clear conscience. The heart of a fool is in his mouth, but the mouth of a wise man is in his heart. Who is wise? He that learns from everyone? Who is powerful? He that governs his passions. Who is rich? He that is content. Who is that? Nobody. Success is the residue of planning. By improving yourself, the world is made better. Be not afraid of growing too slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. Money has never made man happy, nor will it. There is nothing in its nature to produce happiness. The more of it one has, the more one wants. If you want something done, ask a busy person. Lost time is never found again. There are many roads to success, but the only one sure road of failure is that to try to please everyone else. He that would live in peace and at ease must not speak all he knows nor judge all he sees. Be cheerful. The problems that worry us most are those that never arrive.